Hi Sickles friends, it's that time again. Let's talk about March sales. Hi Sickles friends, thank you so much for tuning in. I do so appreciate you. And if you happen to be new here, my name is Heather and I am a part-time reseller across various platforms, and I like to use this YouTube channel to document my journey. If you're new in your reselling journey or a seasoned veteran who just likes to see unboxings or learn more about deep dive analysis into reselling, then this is the channel for you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. So overall, March sales came in pretty good, thankfully, because I had one killer item that really pushed the numbers over last year's. I did come in higher to last year, but I am still having some very weird platform. Poshmark is rocking and rolling, and then it stops for a couple weeks, then it rocks and rolls again, and it definitely is no longer my strongest of my platforms. So I would be interested in knowing if you are feeling similar things. Please comment below. If anything, we don't have any solutions, but if anything, we can all commiserate together. Let's get into the numbers. So for the month of March, I grossed $2,286.42. After platform fees, shipping costs, cost of goods, all of the like, I ended up moving into my bank account $1,514.16. That is a nice increase into from February to March. Last year, March was one of my top 3 or 4 best months, and it is definitely the best of the first 3 months of 2022. It is a 5% increase compared to last year, as last year I put in my pocket $1,444.48. So I grabbed my notebook because I did jot down a couple of notes because I wanted to see where my first quarter came in at. Overall, I've ended up putting in my pocket $3,569.61. That is a 2% increase to last year, which I would still consider fairly flat, but I'm not too disappointed given all the Poshmark issues that we've had. And I am coming in at about 25% of my total numbers of last year, so that does make me feel like I am right on target. Now, of course, on target is not anything that I'm super excited about. As somebody who hasn't been reselling for a significantly long time or really going after the business for a significantly long time, I would like to see increases. So those numbers give me a little bit more motivation to start working out some other goals on my list that I haven't started yet for 2022. Total units that I ended up selling for March were 80 items. Yes, people, I sold through a shit ton of items, and I blew through stuff at bottom of the barrel prices. My average sale price, while it has increased from last month, it is now up to $18.93 versus $17.06, but you guys know last year I was over 20 bucks. So this year they have definitely been purchasing clearance. Normally I'm running at an 8 to 9% sell-through on clearance per month, and this month I was up to 19%. Yeah. So typically February is a clearance, or January is a clearance month. It may trickle into February, but then March gets back to normal sales for me. I am still moving clearance. Overall, only 16% of my items netted me over 20 bucks, and I had an $400 and some sale, which should have shot my average sale price up. So that really gives you guys an idea of some of the lower ball offers I've ended up having to take. And also, my vintage sales have gone down, with only 21% of my total items being vintage when I had been getting up to that 30+%. As I said before, if I didn't have a huge furniture sale, I do not think I would have even matched my numbers for March. It has been a very interesting year this year, and we are definitely working through some kinks. You will notice some platforms that are performing that haven't performed before, so let's get all right into talking about sales by platform. Poshmark ended up doing 32% of the dollar sales. That is crazy. While eBay did 25% of the dollar sales, Etsy brought in a mere 3% this last month. Etsy has been slower than molasses for me. Thrilling bought in 6%, which is a little bit slower than it has been, but again, just vintage in general slowed down for me this month. Macari brought in 5%, just $72, but I'm thankful to have moved some things over to Macari to really help with my sales. And I have to also say, I hit some snafus with Macari. I've been playing around with free shipping or whether to offer shipping. I thought free shipping would be more enticing, but everybody keeps questioning me, can I lower the price? And I'm like, no, I can't, I'm offering free shipping. So then I started to add shipping back onto things because it seemed to make it a little bit more clear for the customer. And on top of that, it makes it clear for me because I ended up not losing money, but not really making any money on a few items because I didn't account for what the shipping costs would be in comparison to the cost of goods and stuff. So it's like a whole new, I've learned all the process of how to ship on eBay. In fact, I just did a video on that. If you haven't seen it, you're welcome to go over and check that out. But it's been like a whole new learning curve to think about shipping prices from the Macari perspective. So if you guys are selling on Macari, let me know, are you offering free shipping, or if you run into the same thing I have, which is that most people rather get discounts and are more conscious about paying the shipping. I'd love to know, so leave your comments below. And then last but not least, I did make some money on Facebook, and it was 31% of my sales because my huge furniture item was on Facebook. Sales by category, ho-hum, blah. Nothing really exciting. No real dollar sales popping out, but unit-wise, I am moving through accessories, I am moving through jewelry, and as always, I'm moving through tops. Just not a huge amount of money being made on those things. And that gets us into what you guys love the most, which are my BOLO items. Be on the lookout for items because all of these items that I'm going to share with you now have put in my pocket more than $20. And let's get started with the first one of the month that sold. And that is this vintage dress. I picked this up at a Western North Carolina local thrift store. I ended up paying just $2.03 for it. I had it listed for $39 and it sold for full asking price $39 on the Thrilling platform. Thrilling platform only takes 10%, so I ended up putting in my pocket $33.07. Don't you just love the silhouette of that dress? Another vintage item and another flip of the week item if you are watching here on Wednesdays or on TikTok, and those are these vintage North Face ski pants that we thrifted again over in Western North Carolina in Waynesville at Salvation Army. They cost $5.99. I had them listed for $150 plus shipping, and I got an international buyer on eBay. So all in, they were at $157.99. I ended up putting in my pocket $112.32. I gotta tell you, if I didn't have some of these monstrous, amazing sales, it would have been a sad month indeed. Next up, this 80s vintage quilted floral jacket. If you saw my Jomar unboxing for spring, this came in there. I ended up selling this one on Poshmark. I had it listed for $49, took an offer for $40, and ended up netting $27.77. So far, top three things and the next few things, if you'll notice, are all vintage. This vintage Saks Fifth Avenue silk blazer, this also came in a Jomar box, but it was the Jomar Viscose Girl Sweater Weather box I purchased last April. So I had it listed for $39, but it had been listed higher. I just start lowering the price as it sits. And when somebody offered me $35, I said, I'll take what I can get. And I still ended up netting $20.14. These 90s Cole Haan tassel loafers, love these, great buttery leather and made in Italy. Between those two things and them being Cole Haan, they were definitely worth the pickup. And I got a deal on these at $2.99 at Salvation Army. Had them listed for $49. They ended up selling on Thrilling for the full $49. And as again, Thrilling only takes 10%, I put $41.11 in my pocket. That's a nice flip, $2 to $42 almost. Another vintage item. vintage 90s Calvin Klein button midi skirt. Even though this was in a smaller size 4, it sold within a month, and this was also from that same Jomar spring box. It ended up selling on Etsy for the full $39 asking price, and after the $4.23 cost of goods and platform fees, I ended up putting in my pocket $26.30. Now here's my first of all of these top items. This is my first item that is actually current, and they are new with tags Madewell jeans. Full disclosure, I bought these on Poshmark for myself, and I ended up not liking the fit at all. I ended up listing them for $59 to resell them, and I didn't reposh them. I actually take pictures, relist it in my format with my wording, just because that feels more appropriate if somebody's shopping my closet. And I ended up selling them again back on Poshmark for $44 and put $33.28 in my pocket. And if you're curious, I ended up spending $28 on them. So I made a whopping $5 profit technically on these. Here is the flip of the month that I keep teasing earlier in this video, and it is the furniture item that ended up selling. This is a mid-century modern dining room set, table for 4. I ended up purchasing this on Facebook Marketplace a couple years ago when I moved into this house, and we're just making some changes. You know, resale in life, you get bored with things quick, so you switch things around. So I ended up putting it on Facebook Marketplace. Based on comps, I listed it for $450, and I ended up taking an offer for $415. So I say that I made $415 on this because I didn't include the cost of goods, because I didn't buy it to flip. I bought it for myself, but the cost of goods was 70 bucks. So still a nice little profit on something. Nothing brings me more joy than thrifting something, using it for a few years, and then reselling it for way more than you thrifted it for. I do it all the time, and it brings me such joy. Here we are back to some vintage items. I think I might have talked about this on a video as well. Maybe it was a flip of the week too. It is this Sunshine Starshine dress that I actually thrifted at a Goodwill in Tennessee. Based on comps, I listed this beautiful dress at $79. When somebody on eBay offered me $68.99 all in, I said absolutely, take it, and that was only 10 days after listing, so that's a win-win. And I ended up putting in my pocket $46.68. Another vintage item, and I think another, maybe this, I talked about this one too. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking all over social media about everything. I can't even remember which ones I talked about or which ones I didn't. This is a steer hide leather 1960s motorcycle jacket. This also came in that Jomar vintage weather box. This one had sold before and was returned because it did not fit well, but that's okay. I had it listed for $199. I dropped the price to $149. It sold the next day with only a $6.14 cost of goods. I ended up putting in my pocket after platform fees $113.06, and this guy had all sorts of wear on it, and it still moved, because these vintage motorcycle jackets people are on the lookout for. Just don't be as greedy as I was to begin with, and it would sell quicker for you. Another flip of the week from TikTok and on YouTube. Men's Drake Scorpions World Tour tee. Got this in a thread up DIY t-shirt box, so it only cost me $1.98, and I ended up selling this on eBay. I had it listed for $59. Had a couple of lower offers. When somebody offered me $40.99, I took it and net $26.84. Not a bad little price for a t-shirt. Me Too Zara laser cut mules. I've had these since November. They came in a Jomar shoebox. I was expecting these to sell a little bit quicker. They are so cute. I had them listed for $39, sold them for full asking price. When does that ever freaking happen? Full asking price on Poshmark and netted $26.80. And the last one, and one of my favorites, and it's actually the flip of the week for this week, and it is this denim artisan smock, chore jacket, I don't know what you want to call it. It is a handmade denim jacket with cool toggle buttons. I may have talked about this in a Goodwill bins haul. I don't know what it was about this jacket, but I had to pick it up and I couldn't believe that it was sitting in the bins. It cost me $1.11 that bins trip. I was very advantageous and listed it for $79, but I was anticipating to sell it a little bit lower than that. I just love everything. The dolman sleeves, the toggle buttons, the little bit of bandana print on it. It's all upcycled from old jeans. And finally, I had it listed in December, and finally just here on the 30th, somebody offered me $49 for it, and I go, you know what, if you love it, you take it. So I took the offer for $49, sold it on Poshmark and netted $36.37. I'm telling you guys, if you just get that gut feeling that this looks like it's gonna work, even though nothing is telling you that this item's gonna work, especially when you're in the bins, give it a go, just go for it. It was definitely worth it for that one. So the big question is, how were your guys' March sales? Are you still experiencing this weird sporadic thing on Poshmark? Are you finding that clearance or lower price items are selling for you? What platform is your best performing right now? Please let me know. And then also, if there was a favorite bolo item from this video, go ahead and let me know below. I would love to hear from you guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. It is wonderful that you took time out of your busy day to be here with me. I do very much appreciate it. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I will be back on Sunday with some more reselling content. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. I had it listed for $39, and it ended up selling on eBay. No, it ended up selling on Etsy for the full $39 asking price.